Tucker McCann's got it set up and ready to go. And off we go from Lambeau. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Right to the air is Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, first and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground. ETN trucks over him. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. McCann's got it teed up. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second and 9.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Got a man. It's Tunyon.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
The Packers have 3 and 10 now on the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy?
Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Moore, his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Straight ahead, ETN. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to...
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers dancing to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Rodgers now to throw. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
The quick slant caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal. Go to 50.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. Jones, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
ETN up the middle. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. So that potentially an important takeaway here in the 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. Complete to Bryant.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
second down, it's Jones.
Yeah, maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Take 30. Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On third down, Lawrence.
He'll take his shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Moore with career touchdown number 70.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
McCann's got it teed up. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jags will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is a...
Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
To So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Lawrence will try again after the pick six.
He's going to look deep for more. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Now Lawrence.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
He's going to air one out. And Rodgers intercepted a third time.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A handoff for Etienne.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
To about the 40-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's going to look deep for more. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case,
It's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
McCann's got it teed up. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
51 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Inside. Go to 50. Hey, you block open. Hey, 88.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
He finds Watson complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a play fake. Rodgers out to his left.
Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. On the move past the 40.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. On 1st down, Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Rodgers going to throw.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, 626.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And his kick is indeed good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
Open man, this is Lewis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, exit. Hey,
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Moore with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
McCann's got it teed up.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
Slant route, he's got Dobbs.
Oh, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And inside give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Rodgers.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
On the move to his left.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 626.
And again, it's Rodgers.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Inside.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Again, it's Lawrence.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? Where we've seen.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jaguars, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.